Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yellow.
Let's go, D.
Hey, check right. Watch it define. Ready?
They go play fake. Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 23 yards the pickup there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
52. No game on this defense. No game. Good job right there.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Got it. 52 to Mike. Watch Mike. Cut. 52.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. It's hauled in by Wilson. 6'4" tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Zebra. Switch. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Attack, attack! Check. 25, check 25.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, 15. Watch smoke. Hey, 57. Rush in.
Check four.
Tight dog. 15. Shit.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right.
Check out.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
You go tight.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Sixth ring is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
I'll go special. 52 right here. Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. 59. Hey, pick it up.
Attack. Hey, color.
Alert 3.
Yellow.
Alert 3. He's coming. Double attack.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check it back.
Hey, 57. Hey, 57. Echo. 55 mark.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
He's coming. We got 15. Yellow. Hey, rip list.
Shift.
Check 26. Switch it. Switch it.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 50.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one complete to Lacy. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he locates Walker, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 14.
Now a give right side. Pollard. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the air.
15.
Alert 3.
Hey, 57 colors.
Slip.
Easy.
Check hot route. Hot. Back.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Mahomes now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 43.
Haywood. Mike 5'9".
And again, it's Mahomes being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Mahomes now on first down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Pollard. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
He's coming. Check in. So we got man.
36 power.
Watch out.
Here's Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Like 28. Let's go, defense.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
14, got it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
I don't need to. Attack.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Move. Hey, 15. We
got 3.
Hey, 15.
Check 25.
Check.
15.
Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Thomas, the intended target. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Seattle.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check.
Hey, 0-0-0. Tempo.
Now a give, right side. Pollard. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Go. Hold.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson. And Walker has it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
To number 13. It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
14, got it.
Check 24. Check 24. Kill.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And an alley to run. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Move the team. Alert.
You got tight.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Going to run again here with Pollard. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Wait.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
43! 43!
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Attack! Attack!
Delta.
Hey, ribble it!
Come. Alert flare. Alert flare.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Watch left.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Go.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15. 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Thomas has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
43! 43!
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Alert 3.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a gain of 20.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Exit. Shift. You.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Mahomes firing complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Patrick Mahomes. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On third down, Pollard, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
You got to go right here. You got to play big.
59. Mike's 59. Know your job. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Hey, tight.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this This is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Adam Thielen with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Got it. Crouch. Watch the air. Hey, look. One left.
Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard
Yellow.
Slam.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. One last shot for Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One of my favorite expressions is that fortune favors the bold. This seems foolhardy, though.
Oh, it seems very foolhardy. All you had to do was kick the PAT, extend the game.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense there, did it? I mean, I just don't get that at all because the risk-reward, it just wasn't there.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for L.A., the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets.